Hey everybody, this is Brenniger. Rack of River Life tagged me in the FishFam Tubers Challenge. See it, love it, live it. That's the motto of his channel, and I think that's great. So I would like to tag 3 people: PsychedelicBabe of PsychedelicBabe, Chris of Fish for Thought, and Pabs of Pabs the Puffer Fish. There'll be a link to their channels in the comments. Please check them out and subscribe if you're not already. They are terrific YouTubers. Okay, I have 10 questions. How did you get into the hobby? My father had a 20-gallon tank when I was a toddler. He told me that I threw something and broke the tank, which I don't remember. He later got a 10-gallon tank, and when I was a child he let me pick one animal to go in the tank, so I picked a firebelly newt, and it bit its tail and that got infected and it died. So we buried it in the backyard and my dog dug it up. So eventually, when I was in grade school, he turned the 10-gallon over to me and just let me care for it. So ever since then, I've kept aquaria and love the hobby. How many tanks do you currently run? I currently have 5 freshwater tanks. 3 10-gallons, one is a fry starter tank, one is a grow out tank, and I have a planted 10-gallon in my bedroom. I also have a 75-gallon in the living room and a 112-gallon in the kitchen. What is your favorite fish currently owned? Microglanus iharengi, the South American bumblebee catfish, is my favorite pet. I rarely see it, and many say it's a pointless fish to own, but it has so much personality and it's super cute, so it's really a treat to see it. And I feed mine in a vase, so he's forced to go to the vase to get his food, and usually he eats while I'm taking a shower or when my back is turned, so I don't get to see him that often, but I can monitor the food and be assured that he's eating. So that's my favorite fish that I currently own. What is your dream fish? I don't have a dream fish per se. For about a year I kept a marine aquarium. It was a 55-gallon that I purchased from a coworker very cheaply, and it was already acclimated with live coral and 5 marine fish. I was able to keep the marine fish healthy, but the coral was slowly dying off because of my own lack of experience in marine fish keeping and aquarius. So I decided to give all the animals away to someone who knew what he was doing so they'd get the best of care. But my dream animal would be Acropora. I love the purple and the blue Acropora, so that's my dream animal. What is your favorite type of filters to use and why? I use the hang on the back filter. They are easy to optimize, and it's easy to hide the intake for a more natural look in the aquarium. So that's the type of filter I prefer. What lighting do you prefer to use and why? I recently got my first LED light for my planted 10-gallon, and it's my favorite. It doesn't get hot and it's very bright. I hope to switch to LED lighting in all my aquaria eventually. Favorite tank, favorite type of tank setup? I prefer natural looking setups. I like wooden canopies and wooden stands. I like deep river gravel, driftwood. I like to use a backdrop, a natural looking backdrop. So a natural looking setup, that's my favorite. And what is your dream tank? My dream is to have another marine setup, the biggest one I can get. And what keeps you in the hobby? I've always preferred pets that are quiet and don't make a big mess and stay where I put them. So animals that can only survive in aquaria are my favorite. And my favorite part of the hobby in freshwater is getting the fish to breed. So I feel that if I'm able to keep my fish healthy and happy enough to breed, that I've accomplished something. So, and it also helps supplement my hobby, breeding the fish and trading them to my local pet store. What is the most creative thing that you've done with an aquatic project? I discovered that my Colombian tetra, Hyphosocbricon columbianus, were breeding quite by accident. I cultured Daphnia in gallon jars, and one day I noticed a fry in one of those gallon jars. So it was unheated with no filtration system. The house was probably 65 degrees, and yet it survived. So since then I've made every effort to save all the fry that I can, and that helps supplement the hobby, and I find that fascinating. Breeding the fish is my favorite part, at least with freshwater. Okay, so I'm supposed to pick a question for the people that I tagged. PsychedelicBabe, Chris of Fish for Thought, and Pabs of Pabs the Pufferfish. So my question for them is, are you more interested in your hobby of aquarium keeping or in YouTubing? So that's my question for the 3 people that I've tagged. Thank you for watching. I'll see you real soon on the next one.